Hey guys, welcome back to another video of Claire Talks Tech. Today we are going to be talking about iOS 19 and iOS 26. Let's take a look and see what's going on.
What? What's happening? I'll give you some notes and my opinions, and I'll fill you in on what's going on. So here we go. So Apple is changing their operating system this year. So now instead of expecting iOS 19, now you will be doing iOS 26. And here's why. Mark Gurman, a technology journalist for Bloomberg and reports on Apple, who is reliable, just posted that Apple is changing their software to this year. Here's the source. I'll have it linked in the description down below. So what does this mean? Well, in this case, it means that Apple has been doing software updates based on the version of its release, and now we are going to get the year it's been released. I personally have some opinions on both sides. One side is that I don't like it because why didn't they do this in the first place? And it's going to confuse me because we are so used to how Apple has done it. Also, what's going to happen to all the other versions? 19, 20, 21, 22, etc. Also, it's 2025. Why can't it be iOS 25 instead of 26? 26 is next year. My other side is saying this is good because it will make sense of how it's displayed and we won't be confused on why they have the version numbers instead of the year. It will also make sense for the other devices and their updates too, such as, I will have a list here, iOS 19 to iOS 26, watchOS 11 to watchOS 26, iPadOS 19 to iPadOS 26, macOS 16 to macOS 26, tvOS 19 to tvOS 26, visionOS 2 to visionOS 26. Wow, what a big jump. It's probably to make things the same and simple and easier for developers and consumers to update to the latest versions. I also wonder if we will still get the points as well as like 26.1 and 26.2, etc. Or will it be different? What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments down below. The announcements will be on June 9th, 2025 with the WWDC. Here are my notes, rumors, and questions. Why is it 26 and not 25? Answer: you will be spending most of the time using iOS 26 in 2026 instead of 2025 because you only have from September to December of 2025 left, and then the new year starts and you will be using it for more months in September 2026 until September again. Also, is this because of the tariffs? That's a question I would like to know. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Also, there is a update on the tariffs. I will let you know what's going on with that. Why haven't they done this in the beginning? This apparently adds volatility to design changes and expected and more cohesive, and everything is going to have the same name and it's going to be in 2026. I expect that this will be a huge design change like iOS 7. I hope that Apple doesn't disappoint me. I hope that the settings on macOS will have better settings like iOS. We are hearing that everything will be the same. Will Apple give the next iPhone the same name change this year or not? So, could we be expecting the iPhone 26? Or are we going to still have the iPhone 17? Let me know in your comments down below. We will see something different this year. Maybe a car? Who knows? Apple loves their CarPlay. We'll see. Or will they do iPhone A19 and A19 Pro? Do you think they could be taking Samsung's idea to call it iPhone 26 or other products? Thoughts? Let me know in the comments down below. I'll link it in the description down below. Features that could be in 26. A dedicated gaming app, according to Mark Gurman. Link to his post will be in the description down below. Also, there could be a Mac version of the app that can tap into games downloaded outside of the App Store. Do you think this could be why the Fortnite thing happened? For those of you who don't know what happened to Fortnite, basically Apple took it off the App Store 2 years ago, and just last week they brought it back through a lawsuit with Epic Games. Here's some links to that if you want to follow along. What are your thoughts on this? Anyways, let's get back to the rumors. iOS 26 could make it easier for iPhone users to transfer an eSIM over to an Android phone. Here's a link to the source. New AI-powered battery management mode. It's going to be for all iPhones, not just Apple Intelligent models. Again, here's a link. I will be linking all this information in the description down below. Or else it could only be for the iPhone 17 Air. Link. AirPods will now get a live transaction conversations feature. Design changes coming to where it will possibly have the visionOS design where the apps will be more circular. I'll have a picture of that up here. Stage Manager for iPhones. That sounds nice. New design, Solarium. I can't pronounce this, I apologize. Solarium is the code name for iOS 19 or 26 now, and macOS 16 or 26. Redesigns explains a lot about what's to come. There's a link. It could have a lot of translucency or sort of a glass look to it. I just downloaded the developer app so that I can check out the latest news and keep you more updated. Floating tab bars, where the camera app could have a floating bar instead of at the bottom, or we could see it throughout different apps. Front Page Tech said that. You can find it on their website. I don't have a link to it, unfortunately. There could also be some menu changes to the Sports app with the top menu. We could have a new way to interact with our device that's more up to date. There's a link. The Calendar app is set to give some sort of new design. Apple is hiring someone to engineer something that will make the Calendar app more simple. They also just purchased a company that integrates AI and understands your calendar. That's from Mac Rumors. You can find it on their website. RCS, end-to-end encryption with iMessages. Unsent a message, edit the message, have inline replies, and tapback support. Some new Wi-Fi features, get a few new upgrades as well. There's a link. We could also be getting a new feature with AI Doctor, where Apple will be revamping the Health app and add an AI Doctor service. There's a link. Apple revealed its iOS 19 features coming later this year. There's a link on the Apple news page. Apple may pull back on what they announced before it's ready, making it easier to manage and simple and keep people guessing. Conversational Siri and Siri with context is still not ready yet. Apple is said to have them ready by iOS 19 or iOS 2026. In the fall. It's also to be in par with ChatGPT. Probably not for my phone, for Apple Intelligence. For those of you who don't know, I have the iPhone 15 and it does not support Apple Intelligence. We could get more customization. I would love that. Split view. We have had it on the iPad where you get to go into music, slide up, and then bring in another app. So basically, if you have an app on one side, then you will be able to bring another app on the other side so you can see both the apps. Hopefully. That sounds like fun. I also remember that on one of the iPhones Apple has released where the home screen got flipped to where that if you rotate your phone like this, the apps will change to like adjust it to this side so it's not like that. That sounds like fun. I wish Apple would bring that back to the new phones. That would sound like fun. So yes, I would like that Apple rotation, something like that. Let's keep going. iOS 25 would release in September and they want to get ahead of this, so that's why they changed it to 26. So it will last the whole of 2026 year to come. It will bring consistency across all of the devices and be a lot easier to manage. visionOS will make a huge jump from visionOS 2 to visionOS 26. Icon redesigns or a really big design. Ooh, I hope that happens. They could also change the camera design and the front to where there is no dynamic island. Now, I've heard about this in some rumors where they are going to have the next iPhone not have the dynamic island anymore and to where there's a bigger camera design as well. We could also have some surprises at WWDC 25, like hardware updates with some new displays, a new Start Studio display or a Pro display XDR. Not only operating systems, but maybe an updated Mac Pro with the M3 Ultra. There's also rumors that there could be a M3 MacBook Pro. Interesting. And the release notes. So, June 9th is the WWDC, and it takes place at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, or in California time, that is 10 a.m., and lasts about 2 hours. We could expect the first betas at 4 p.m. Eastern Time or 1 p.m. California time. iPhone 17, maybe. That's still going. Will be released in September. Apple is focusing on stability this year, so we could see more stability features. There's a link in the description. What are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you for watching or reading. I will see you in the next video or blog post. Peace! And then in the next video, I will talk about tariffs and what just happened on May 28th late at night. And there's a link. So let's get to that.